trying to walk out of the store, and that's what I said to him, but anyway, I'm correcting it for YouTube. I want to walk out of the store, I want to pay you $500, let me have the phone. If I had cash in my pocket, I'd just hand the $500 on the table and walk at the door and have you deal with the receipt later. He went ahead and sold the phone outright, which I don't understand why they couldn't do it in the first place, because they don't get spiffs or commission or anything, but whatever the case may be. Phone is definitely worth $449 at an out-the-door price of $487. Mind you, I do want Sprint to give me some kind of credit back, only because as much as I believe in their product, I do promote their product, and I think they've made their money off me and people I know through that. So Sprint give me some money back, but if worst case scenario they don't, oh well, the phone's well worth the price, and I'm going to stay with the HTC EVO from Sprint for a while. Now I will say I am not loyal to Sprint anymore as a carrier, with it for many reasons, not bad ones. With that said, now that new networks are coming out, everyone's being competitive. If another carrier comes out with a phone that's better, I would jump ship, in a heartbeat. And actually, I did consider leaving for the T-Mobile version, and that was already out. However, in the Verizon version, specs are not the same. You actually do get the best specs out of the Sprint, so if somebody comes along better than Sprint, I'm going to go to them as long as they have CDMA, WiMAX technology. Basically, T-Mobile, Sprint, or Verizon are the ones I'm looking at. AT&T will never have a network that can support the users or the bandwidth, in my personal opinion, and that's just based on what I've seen with AT&T phones versus Sprint phones, and what I can do with the Sprint phone, and where I can go with the Sprint phone. I've never had a Sprint phone tell me it cannot make a phone call, and I've been in major cities to middle of nowhere, and the phones have always worked. If I can't get a Sprint network, I can get Alltel, Verizon, Cricket. I can get on any CDM network, which actually covers quite a bit more area than a GSM network like AT&T. They suppose, we're not going to get into that. That's for another day, another dollar. But this is to review the HTC EVO, and it is, as you can see, my first online review of anything. However, I feel that this phone is well worth it. So, if you are considering a new PDA phone, this is a phone to get. If you're considering a tablet like the iPad, actually consider this. If you're considering the AT&T phone, don't consider the AT&T 4G. If you compare it spec for spec, what you can do with this phone versus what you can do with the AT&T phone, and the total cost of ownership, you're going to pay a lot less for Sprint EVO than you will for the AT&T feature to feature, as well as all your music that you have in MP3 format can play on this phone without any problems. On your Apple phone, you have to go through iTunes and a whole bunch of other stuff. Sorry, I'm not a fan of AT&T. They could give me an AT&T 4G iPhone, whatever those things are called, and I won't activate it. You can give me free service, I won't use it. I have no interest in it. The EVO has done away with that. And with that said, I at one point looked at the Apple 3G iPhone. However, I found out Sprint would never carry it at the time, nor are they carrying it now, so it was out of the question there. As well as features, non-replaceable battery. I go through 2 batteries a day. I'm a power user, so the iPhone is out of the question. That is my review of the HTC EVO 4G from Sprint. Do purchase it if you are considering it. Nothing beats this phone. Best regards, people. Have fun.